What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Marshall Soccer preseason. So that consists of the College Spring League, the friendlies that they'll be playing, and about those, I'll be talking about how I think they're going to perform, obviously the games that they are going to be playing, and also other stuff that I think that you as the viewer will enjoy. So the first game that Marshall is scheduled to play is on February 26th. That date does fall on a Sunday, and they will be playing a Canadian team called AIFC at 1 p.m., and it is in Huntington. So I'm pretty sure a bunch of Canadian academy teams come down from Canada to play colleges, so that's why we are playing them. We had a game scheduled last season to play a Canadian team, but they did come down with COVID, so we couldn't play them, which is very unfortunate because that definitely would have been a very good challenge for our players. And then moving on, our first game in March, we play on the 4th, and again, that date falls on a Saturday, and the time is still to be determined. We play the University of Rio Grande in just a friendly, so it's not in the College Spring League yet. And last year when we played Rio Grande, we played on the March 5th, but it is on the March 4th this year, which is just as good. And I'm pretty sure we did win this game last year, and I will, go back to the predictions here in a bit, but I think that is, again, just another great challenge for Marshall. And then moving on, we play on the 25th, and that will be our first College Spring League game. And so March 25th, it falls on a Saturday at home at 2 p.m. So that should be a very, very tough game for us. So Xavier just joined in the College Spring League this year. So I made a video about how all the groups got changed around because Xavier joined the league. And I don't know much about them, but I do think that all these games that we play are winnable, and because I think we have a very talented team. So again, that falls on the 25th of March. That is a Saturday, first College Spring League game, and it is at 2 p.m. And then our second College Spring League game, we do play Ohio State, and that is on the 1st of April, and that falls on a Saturday. Again, the second College Spring League game, and the time is still to be determined. And last year we did lose in penalties to Ohio State, which is kind of disappointing, since it was in Huntington. But now we'll be going down to Ohio. So I do think, again, it's winnable. I'll get into my predictions in a bit. So I'm hoping that we can squeeze by with a win here and, kind of get some revenge for last year. And then exactly a week later, we play again on a Saturday, the third College Spring League game, the last game of the group stage. We play Louisville at Louisville. We played them at home last year, and were able to get a win. I'm pretty sure it was 4-2 or 5-2. We beat them by a lot. That's on the 8th of April. And I do think that we'll be able to beat them again. I'll give them the exact score again in a bit. So that should be a fun match to go to, and I'm hoping that I can make the trip. And then again, another week later, the final will once again be held in Mapfre Stadium in Columbus. If you don't know what that is the Columbus Crew, a professional MLS team. Their former stadium, they have a new one, so that one's just kind of sitting there. I'm pretty sure, I don't really know if there's any teams playing it currently, but that will be the final, and we will be playing the best team in the other conference. So the time is still to be determined, but that is on the 15th of April. So with the first prediction, I'm going to be predicting the score of the Marshall versus AIFC game that will be held in Huntington. And I do think that, even though they're an academy team, I do think that Marshall will be able to get a W here. I think that we just have too many talented guys to lose this match, and I feel like, guys like Matthew Bell and Adam Iamash are going to be able to come through. And then the second game, we're going to be playing Rio Grande at, again, home, and I do think that since it's in Huntington, we're going to be bringing a large crowd, especially since, it's our first, game against another college. So I do think we're going to get another win. Oh, I never said the score for the AIFC game. Okay, so score for the AIFC game, I think that it's going to be, I'll go 2-1 Marshall. And okay, so back to Rio Grande. I do think Marshall is going to get another win. I think that we're going to beat Rio. Let's go. I think we'll win 2-1. I think we'll win 2-1 again. And then we play Xavier. And Xavier finished third in the Big East Conference 2022. And they were behind a notable team like Georgetown and in front of a team like Creighton, who went pretty far, had a very decent run in the NCAA tournament. So, Xavier, I think... Oh, they were also ahead of Butler, and we lost to Butler last year in the preseason. So, I think with our first game in the College Spring League tournament group stage, I think at home, I'm going to go 1-0 with a Matthew Bell goal to give us the win against Xavier in Huntington. And then our first away game and our second Spring League game, we're going to be playing Ohio State in Ohio. And I think that they beat us last year in Huntington. Ohio State Marshall tie 1-1. We're going to play Louisville in Louisville on the 8th. And third College Spring League game, I think that we are going to get a win here. I think that we're going to beat Louisville 3-0. I think a 3-0 score is good, and I think that's going to be good enough to make it to the championship. And I do think that we're going to play Bowling Green once more in the championship. And I'm going to predict in map-free Bowling Green, we'll go 3-2 Marshall, Bowling Green. Marshall wins the College Spring League another time and is able to defend the trophy and can hopefully do it in 2024.